1. He has no more trees to work with. He used up all the trees, but he made it very pretty though. Look at that. Amazing. What I wanted to say is Ember Spirit. Check him out. Level 1. What did he do? He already skilled. We don't really see players skill level 1 instantly. Usually they want to see the lane, but versus... exactly. Versus Shadow Strike? Isn't he gonna...
Can you dodge it?
In the right...
The perfect moment,
yeah,
right?
I think so.
Like when it's about to hit you, because otherwise I think I'm not 100% sure on it.
Otherwise it follows.
It follows you, right?
It does.
It's like the Sven Stormhammer kind of interaction with the disjoint. Bounty runes, double for James down bottom. 7. Yurax get a couple top though. Triple Mango Stout Shield Clockwork. Oh, he's a beefy boy. Very difficult to trade hits with his battery assault as well if you're a lowly Jakiro. QIQX can have a difficult laning stage, it feels like.
That last game wasn't really perfect for him. We'll see how this one goes. Again, on the bottom lane, no-tail fighting this Rasta and winning the... Well, so far he is, but now he has to run. Which region does Chan have? He has fairies, right? 1 fairy, 1 tangle. Right, so James this time around did win that nutrition battle. He has 2 tangos remaining to work with.
What's Clockwork up to?
Just wants to block this, I think. Body block this, maybe ward somewhere, yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, he actually uses the ops there.
Interesting.
What are you doing, Jarax? That's horrible. I mean, first and foremost, it can get devoured, and secondly, it gives you no vision, so...
What do you mean no vision? Look at that.
Oh my god.
You can see so much, dude.
This is basically TI winning ward right there.
He will move in towards the Jakiro, but doesn't want to go past the Juggernaut or the Creep Wave. Down bottom, iLTW Morphling forced to Fairy Fire. Tango himself up as he's chased down by James and Chan Chan. Ether Shock level 1 causing a few problems for OG. I do want to watch mid and see how we're doing with this Sleight of Fist against the Shadow Strike though.
Well, so far Queen of Pain when it comes to CS at least is doing quite alright. Did he dodge it? He did. There we go.
Okay.
He just times it right and that's it. Level 2 Shadow Strike not connecting so far.
Tops God. Quite nice for them in the mid lane.
Chan.
Bottom though. James likely to trade back as iLTW looks to grab a kill.
I mean, if you're Rasta, you're happy, but ELTW doesn't really mind getting that solo kill. Some extra experience on this lane, right? So, pretty happy about that.
Oh, Thompson gets a sentry sent to him. An immediate D-ward. Gives him a nice little boost of gold. What is this, a bottle coming out to him now? It is. That's giving him enough money for a bottle pretty early on.
Yeah, and when it comes to CS, he isn't really lagging behind the C. So, that clock. This is a lane in which he can most likely only kill Jakiro unless spin is wasted, right? So it's not very easy to mess with Jug.
2-man cogs.
With the cogs, yeah. Maybe if you waste his mana, then you can kill Jug even.
And his main goal here is to piss off these 2 heroes and get Seb farmed up, right? 11-2 on the track. Seb is farming incredibly well in comparison to, say, the Tide.
He's just protecting him there, right? And if there's a chance to kill something, that's even better, but his main job on that offlane as position 4 clock is to protect that squishy lash.
12-second CD on Shadow Strike, 14 on Sleight of Fist. Thompson didn't dodge this one. Not quite perfect. I mean, he's dodged like 5 or 6 out of the like the 7 or 8 that have come his way.
You can't dodge them all. One of them is gonna hit you.
Eventually you'll get caught by one. The pull across. QIQX has to be wary. Can't stick around for too long. Gets pushed back by the cogs. Faded has a mango if he wants to get a spin going, but look at the eating.
Have to do it.
Level 2 eating, but it's going to go through the spin, right?
Actually, yeah. It would go through the spin, so he just runs, uses that ward.
Already forcing mango. He's got very little regen left.
Having multiple types of damage on that lash rack was always great.
Clockwork will drag the lane around.
I guess he wants to block that small camp first, and then he's gonna... Well, that doesn't block though. The thing is, lane creeps do not block camps. So even if they are there, creeps can respawn.
And they also dewarded the Observer as well with the sentry.
I mean, it's a very obvious positioning for a sentry even. When you put obs like that, a bit wasteful.
IRG has a Fairy Fire and a Blink. Thompson incredibly strong showing in this mid lane until James arriving with the Ether Shock and Shackles. Thompson not quite expecting that.
At the same time, they do get Jakiro, and they get Lash.
3 lanes, 3 kills.
With that Ghost. We got the most important one though. James rotating mid and killing off Thompson. You can see right now that FTD, yeah, they did lose 2 instantly after the Thompson death, but the lanes are going much better for them. They're not being crushed, at least.
Oh, Jakiro, be careful here. Seb does output a lot of damage if you're caught alone with the Clockwork.
They just want bounties.
They sure do. No Tail even taking one of them bottom. Is that 4? iLTW grabbed one of the Dyers down there as well.
4 bounties.
4 bounties at 5 minutes.
This Morphling is building a Midas.
I've just noticed that as well.
Not really a normal build for Morphling, but... Alright, I agree with it. I wouldn't agree with it if it was my casual pubber doing it.
But it's iLTW.
Yeah,
he knows what he's doing.
I would flame the pubber if he did that.
You absolutely would. Chan though has really stepped just a little too far forward going towards that tier 1.
This is the problem. As you can see, Clock is always on top. Well, was always on top, and because of that, Lash had no problems. He didn't die. But James, he was rotating about a bit. And because of that, this tide has already suffered quite hard on the offlane.
Yeah, I mean, level-wise, we take a look at it. Quap is up at the top, level 6. Then you've got these 5-5, 4-3. Well, down in the dumps, FTD have some catching up to do. They're bringing Jakiro bottom to help out the Shadow Shaman, and Tidehunter is roping around.
Yeah, but Jirax is there too. They don't have mana on ELTW though, so...
And yet again, it's this timing with the catapults. No Tails there, gets the Divine Favor going, and it's tier 1. Down to half HP already, 6 minutes in. FTD needed to bring these multiple heroes down here just to defend that tower.
Notail just sticking around so far. And he's gonna resummon the Morphling, and then they're gonna go from behind, I think, on the bottom lane. Check that action out. Look, he summons him, and now they go in on the tide again. Or Jakiro even. Jakiro is the closer target.
Stuck in the middle of 3 heroes. Easy battery assault. Clockwork gathers up the kill. There is a TP on Tide, but he's not going to find himself a hidey hole to get back to Fountain with. And Clockwork with the cogs always has a cancel, just in case they need it. Uses it pretty early on. I guess iLTW does have the adaptive strike to cancel TPs as well.
Yeah,
just mess around with him a little bit. Shadow Shaman trying to battle No Tail. Has a Shackles here, but he's going to get chased down. These boots on Clockwork. No Tail tanks the tower a touch, but just to get the little body block in front of James and allowing Jirax to get there with the cogs and battery assault. Well,
on the upside, yeah, on the upside, the Juggernaut did take down Seb, and not even using that Omni Slash, he just spinned him down. So that's a nice kill for Faded. Is he doing Gatos? Yeah, he is.
He sure is.
For Quap, it's pretty decent. He already has to get that use because of Tops and Ember Spirit, right? Datos is gonna follow it up. You use yourself, we're still gonna root you.
I wonder though, in this kind of game, FTD, if they go for defensive items, it feels like potentially they're just gonna get outplayed by OG regardless. And in this Quap versus Ember Morphling scenario, do you think an Orchid early on would be...
Orchid would be amazing if she could get it.
If she has a good early start.
Then a BKB or something instead of fuels.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Because you wouldn't need the mana regen. I mean, yeah, it would be great for him, but...
I often feel like this kind of itemization is kind of accepting the fact that you're going to be behind. Oh dear, that's my bad, guys. That's a T-Tors. Omni Slash and Spin. Seb gets picked off top.
It's not T-Tors, we're mesmerized by Queen of Pain on mid.
Yeah, sure. We can look at it that way.
She has that haste to work with, so... Tops and no mana, can't really pressure her here any longer. Clockwork is rotating top though, so maybe with that Leshrac porting top, do something about it. Nah, Jirax just gonna get farm levels.
Well, tier 1 tower down bottom gone. Morphling quite easily 1v1ing the Tide. So much damage from that adaptive strike. Chan can't really withstand the pressure. I don't know if they wanted to bring 2 heroes down there to maybe find the kill. They've wandered off from the mid lane, which opens it up for a tier 1 push with, again, this Divine Favor Catapult for OG. They seem a little bit lost here, FTD. They're bringing heroes bottom, bringing heroes mid. Faded has left top lane for James to gather up some levels and try and get towards that Serpent Lord level 6. But it feels like the map is just shrinking for FTD. The area, the space they have to farm or just call their own, call their home.
It's just OG with that no-tail. This is, yeah, the game is not going as great as it did in that last match. They still aren't pushing high ground like they did, but they still have the chance with the divine favor, and it's so hard to deal with the tops and Ember too. Oh, there we go. Well, what?
He wanted that Queen of Pain so badly.
Yeah, I guess so.
Shackles, allowing the Juggernaut to grab the bounty rune. Seb turns to run. YRG arriving, but pushed to the high ground with the cogs. Nicely done. Leshrac does still die to the north. Oh, okay.
Why did he stop it though? He stopped it the first time. He had him if he... Maybe he doesn't have him even if he uses it. But then you don't use it at all. Like he just used that...
It's
like, for no reason.
Indecisiveness.
Yeah, it truly is. It's like with Shaker and Fissures, if you remember Shaker, because we haven't seen him in a while.
Well, Juggernaut, this wasn't really what you had envisioned, was it? Still trying to go for the spin onto No-Tail. But he's got Divine Favor healing him up. It's going to take a few more hits, and with the healing ward from iLTW, as he's stolen that one, No-Tail's perfectly fine, and with the spin forward, they're looking for Faded. Can't really quite catch up to the Jug, as Chan does die down bottom alone to Seb. Every single lane has so much action, and you've got to wonder here. OG, they're putting pressure on all 3 lanes, even deep into the jungle. The communication from FTD, it must be in disarray, because they're screaming TP bot, TP top, help me here, help me mid.
That's the worst part, especially if you're a support, and you just don't know where to go, who to help. FTD, they are in disarray right now, and they have to bring full numbers to just one side and try to punish them there. You can't keep on just dying across the map.
Nice hook shot with the Searing Chains to combo up, and there's no blink for 3 more seconds. Topson claims yet another life as top. Like, this is the thing, they're in the jungle fighting and pushing top tier 1. Any plans that FTD has, it's got, like you say, it's going to be a 5-man group up, push down bottom lane somehow.
The reason is the fact that every time OG strikes, they strike with confidence and they know what they're doing. I'm not saying that FTD does not know what they are doing, but they fail. You know, that's the thing. Remember when Jug went for that Omni Slash? If you have that Omni Slash somewhere else, together with the Rasta, that's a kill. But you use that Omni Slash on a Catapult, a Ghost, Shen, and Morphling. Of course you're not gonna get a kill. It's a level 1 Omni, right? So when OG...
Listen, what time is it, Listen?
12 minutes? Oh.
It's high ground time.
There is Ravage, though. There is Ravage. Maybe they can defend it somehow.
The Topson's toying with them further to the south on the high ground. Yerak 7 seconds away from a hook shot. Tide just trying to zone them with the threat of that Ravage, but the tier 3 has already dropped, and FTD defending in numbers. They missed the hook shot, though.
Wait, tier 3 has already dropped?
Topson, he's gone in a little wide. He's going to remnant back and be just fine. iLTW trapped in the cogs. Ice Path is there, onto 2. Here we go. Where's the Ravage? Holding it. Chan trying to get into position. He's not going to launch it just yet. He wants a bigger target. Now he'll land it onto 3. Sonic Wave catches Topson. Remnant back and away. Keeps him safe and sound as OG still cruising to victory with Seb's damage output being insane. They've taken down Jakiro and Tide, and Faded has nowhere to run. Topson has chains, but no, there's spin soon.
Oh,
he's got a remnant, but there's a Rasta, Hex of the Shackles. They
got him. The ELTW turns into a Rasta, has that Hex. Decides not to. And just TP's out with the waveform. I didn't even see how quickly that tower dropped, that tier 3. Just Divine Favor things, I suppose. Wasn't watching the Tide Hunter not use that Ravage. And again, they didn't end the game, but they got such an advantage off of that, and the fact that the tier 3 is not standing, and the range racks.
Where did the range racks go? I saw the tier 3 fall, but I didn't see that one die. And Tide, 14 minutes in, still a couple of 100 gold away from Vlad's. Pretty bad.
Look at that smoke. Instantly some move. This is the thing though, FTD, they do these moves, they fail. And after that, it's very hard to come back unless you bring 5 or 4 even people around the fight.
Oh, very close again from Clock, but James. Unexpected moves. As iLTW makes a quick move in towards Jakiro and finds the kill, but
They
James...
kill James as well. He has a port, but Sab is following. And James kinda... Oh, there we go. Oh, Cogs? If he risked it there, Jarax, he would have gotten him.
Juggernaut.
Just trying to split.
Yep.
Reap skipping here, tops and kills the... Yeah, what is Quop trying to get Yule still? Yeah, I mean... Edgy boots, I guess he was trying to switch. Mid-switch kill.
Poor Quop. Yule Scepter.
Not really close to that Yule Scepter either.
Nope.
How many bounties? Alright, Faded got one on top.
And again, it comes down to this Queen of Pain really needing to snowball the design of the hero. She needs an early start. That primary item, the Yules, the Orchid, whatever it may be, has to come very quickly. Uncharacteristic miss on the chains there from Thompson, nearly grabbing James.
If you remember that first Sonic Wave, that's the...
On the clock?
Yeah, on the clock. It's the full story of this game for Queen of Pain. You're strong, but you're not really there on time.
Morphling feeling unkillable. Takes Tide down to 30% HP. And Leshrac now with the Yule Scepter as well. This could be a good setup onto the Queen of Pain. Hook shot.
Hook shot in.
Oh, he's gone up top. Tie Hunter drops. James and QIQX. Oh, here we go. Nice Hex. Stops the chains. Didn't quite have mana for it anyway, but they'll take down two as FTD.
Sonic Wave just tickled them a little bit there. Didn't really do anything else. They do lose the tier 1, but they're gonna pressure top lane. They're gonna go as they have creeps mid. They might just go for these Raxes top. Well, the creeps might fall. Let's see. Do they have enough time?
They've got Catapult with Divine Favor.
They have the Divine Favor.
It's easy. No glyph for 30 seconds. Omni Slash onto Clock. Will secure one for Faded. Now they move into action, but the spin from RTW keeps him up and running. Thompson can survive with a Hand of God. He's got a slight, but I don't know if he's got any remnants. He's out of mana, and he's about to die. That spin and the final click from YRG does grab them up. A big juicy kill on Thompson, and the shackles to follow through. FTD defending their base with all they've got, but they're still losing this melee barracks. The catapults are doing it. Ice Path, connected, but the damage is still coming, and there goes the full lane. OG commit. FTD spend everything to defend. Sure, they get some kills. Yes, they get a nice gold swing, but they lose their top lane.
That Carty is the MVP for OG every single game. No Tail just dishes out so much damage to these barracks. And honestly, you could see FTD, they punished the aggression of OG. I don't think it was only FTD playing well, it was OG stepping out of their boundaries a little bit. That's what they have to do right now. You have to punish these movements. You have to get everything that OG gives to you.
Here comes OG again, though. Faded, forced to spin, but that's a sick Ice Path for the Macro Fire. OG just walk around it. Split Earth will connect, and Quop is gone. Down and out FTD. Tail between their legs, they run back towards their base. A shackles onto Tops and holds him in place for a couple of seconds until he slays the rest of your team. Chan nowhere to run. But FTD again, just going to go back to cutting waves. Trying to delay and hold out in this game.
The amount of damage that Leshrac is dishing out in every single team fight is ridiculous. And at the same time, as long as you deal with Rasta, you've kind of dealt with the rest of them, as they can't catch Thompson. Yeah. So Thompson's whole idea in these fights is catch Queen of Pain, they have no damage afterwards, then just go for Rasta. When he handles those two, everyone else is kind of simpler. You can play around them, you can dodge their spells. And Clock with the Glimmer.
We don't have any 4-staffs yet, right?
I mean, they
Lads tied and having money.
They're happy they have boots. Well,
nearly. We're getting there. Easy ages for OG and Thompson. So now Thompson can... I mean, he's already been doing it. He can continue diving 1v5 into the backlines, like you're saying, against the Queen of Pain to catch her. But now he can do it even more freely.
They've smoked up. They see the Tide. They see the Rasta as well, who's going to break their smoke and probably die here. Oh, he's invis. All right.
No reveal, yeah.
Lucky invis room for James. Unless he walks into some sentry.
But Faded. Do they want to try and pop Aegis here?
I mean, they can, but you have to use that Omni Slash, and the Clock is nearby.
They've got Sonic Wave and Ravage up to the north.
Okay, Rasta might fall. Hook.
There it is. Clockwork straight on top of him. There's no escape for James. Thompson there with a slight steal.
He was securing the kill, man. What do you think, what are you saying? You think Thompson is the kind of a guy that steals kills? He secures.
Okay, he secures. He borrowed it for a second.
He borrowed it.
No intent of returning.
Yeah. And he's going into an Octarine core, it seems. Has drums, Maelstrom. He's pretty tanky with his build. No medallion this game around, however. He just decided he needs the damage and the tankiness, and that's about it. I like the build, actually. Just spamming out Sleight of Fist time after time after time. They're just gonna gather up again. Take those Carties that are about to spawn soon. And with those Carties, they can Divine Favor them. They don't have to commit to high ground. I think they can. They can be very aggressive on the side of OG. The problem is you're still playing versus... There are no problems, but the chance for FTD is this Ravage and perfect
the 1%
combo, yeah.
The fear in the back of your head. What if? What about their Ravage? What about their Jakiro? Well, Thompson, he knows what about their Jakiro. Diving again, straight into the middle of 4. Hexed, Slight, dodges the Shadow Strike, kills off QYQX, who immediately buys back. iLTW into Juggernaut mode, gets the healing ward going so he can keep pummeling these buildings. And Thompson, he is playing with his food at this moment. Remnant away, iLTW spins forward. Chan has the Ravage, but he can't throw it in just yet with no maneuverability items. FTD can't break that front line of OG. Ember and Morphling too strong to push past.
You can see how they focus these Carties instantly. Oh, Hand of God to save the catapult. Why not?
Keep it alive.
They are just protecting these Carties, and at the same time FTD is doing everything they can. Ice batting, yeah, Ember is killing us, whatever, we don't care, just kill the catapult.
Don't let them take our buildings. Full butterfly now for iLTW.
Oh yeah.
There's Morphling. Very meaty. Juggernaut, what's he got? Drums, Diffu, moving into Manta with the Yasha. Quap, do we have items on her yet? Yules. Aghanim's queued up. But this game, in the next couple of minutes, really does feel like it's about to come to an end. One more flashpoint.
It's just gonna go in. I think Ember just runs them down once again. Goes for that Rasta and Jakiro in the back. Forces them to Ravage. And while Chen is just destroying your Carties. Destroying your Raxes with his Carties. Cartibs.
Cartibs.
I just read that in chat. I stole it.
Oh.
I'm a monster.
I see how it's stealing memes.
I'm a monster. Wait, who said that?
Give them a shout out.
I can't because his nickname is...
Oh, that's sad. They've already expended Sonic Wave on Thompson, who holds the Aegis and still survives. Chan has the Ravage for any further aggression from OG, which will come now, with a Rod of Atos catching Quap and a spin from the Morphling. Chan again down to half health. So they focus down the melee barracks and now look for iLTW, but he got the strength morph off. And he is one tanky bastard, this Morphling. I don't know what FTD can really do to push the damage forward, because Faded aggressively maneuvered, caught by the Yules, no longer has a spin. Now the Ravage buys him time for an Omnislash to come out. It's onto the Clockwork and the Creep Wave low, and OG don't give a damn. In with the Rod of Atos, catch him with the stun, and GG is called.
Yeah, I mean, that Omnislash on Ravage, it looked desperate, didn't it? Because Cartibs are taking your Raxes at the same time. You have to do something, but you have no plays.
OG just looking way better. FTD out of their class.